Jeff Hardy may have shit the ring, but I think it's fair to say both Hardy and WWE shat the bed when it came to his WWE career run this time around. Alright guys, welcome back to Fog Wrestling. I am feeling sick as fuck. I do not feel good. I feel like I need to get my hands on the Hardy Boys drug collection, just walk into their house and, it's basically like a private pharmacy and just help myself, because at the moment I don't feel good, but I've got to make this video because don't want to keep watching whatever I've got. You can't catch it through video, so you're good, man. You can't catch it through a computer screen. But anyway, a few days ago, Jeff Hardy was in a house show match. He basically was getting beat up in the ring, tagged out in a six-man tag, and just walked to the back. He left his teammates, I think it was Drew and Rey Mysterio, just left them, went to the back, walked through the crowd, and wasn't seen again. Someone in the crowd said that Jeff smelled of alcohol. He was sent home later that night by WWE. And then it was, we were told, it was confirmed that the reason he left was because he shat himself. He basically did a shit in the ring. Now, I'm not sure if that's a reason to get sent home. Perhaps if if he's not well and he can't compete, then maybe you could argue the point that WWE would send him home for that reason. But I always thought there was something more to it. It just didn't seem right, the fact that Jeff Hardy would get up. And I mean, a lot of people have shit themselves and continue the match. It felt weird to me that Hardy was in the match, tagged out, and then just walked straight to the back. So I thought it was more than just shitting himself. And it turns out that is the case, because it looks like Jeff may be back on the drugs, maybe back on the alcohol, he may be on something. But what he won't be on anymore, guys, is WWE TV, because WWE have released Jeff Hardy. They've fired Jeff Hardy. Apparently he was issued help in rehab. Jeff Hardy did not accept it, and therefore the company decided to part ways with Jeff. It's not the first time the company have parted ways with Jeff. I actually believe it's the third time. It could be more than that, to be honest. I might be wrong. It's at least the third time. It could be more though, and it's sad. You feel like Jeff Hardy's career, I feel like this guy could have been a much bigger. I'm not saying that he's not a big star, but I honestly feel like this guy could have been a massive star. Parallel, if this guy had like the work ethic, I'm not that I'm saying he's lazy in the ring or anything like that, but if he had the work ethic and the self-control and the lifestyle of, let's say, a John Cena, then I think Jeff Hardy could have been up there with John Cena, no doubt in my mind. I don't think he'd have reached the heights of Cena, but I think he'd have been the number 2 guy in the company. He'd have been ahead of Dave Bautista, that's for sure. He was a lot more popular than Bautista. You look at Hardy when he came back to the 2007, 2008, 2009, Jeff Hardy was by far, one of the most popular guys in WWE. Anyway, Matt Hardy was on Twitch addressing his brother's condition. He said, quote, "I did speak to Jeff a little bit today, and he's okay, he's good. I think he'll be fine, but once again, this isn't my business. If he wants to get into it in more detail, then he'll do it himself. But Jeff is okay, he is at home, he is okay," unquote. Jeff's wife came out and made a tweet saying that he's okay, he's safe, he's home. But obviously there must be more to it than that, guys, because I highly doubt the WWE would just get rid of Jeff Hardy if there's nothing wrong. As bad as the booking is, and as much as they've dropped the ball on this guy, and maybe he's refused to catch the ball as well. Definitely, there's both to blame in my opinion. Jeff Hardy could be a megastar. There is no doubt about it. But again, we're blaming WWE. Even if Jeff Hardy was clean and was reliable, there's a good chance that WWE would fuck him up anyway. But you've got to wonder how much is his lifestyle and his dodgy decisions in life and in his career resulted in him not being pushed as a very top guy. We're complaining about him being there, in a 205, a cruiserweight, the 24/7 title spot. We're complaining about him being one of the guys out there to catch Reggie. Well, maybe that's all WWE think he's good for. Maybe they don't want to commit to putting him in a big storyline, because what if they get to the pay-per-view and he's set to challenge, let's say he's Roman Reigns' next challenger, and they leave Friday night and they're looking at each other, they're set to face each other on Sunday, they leave SmackDown that Friday night and Jeff goes out in the bender or something, or Jeff does a shitload of drugs, or Jeff gets pissed out his brain and, I don't know, he no-shows the pay-per-view, then what can they do? I mean, they've built up everything, then they have to change it at the last minute. It just would not look good. And for that reason alone, I can understand why Perhaps Jeff Hardy's career hasn't really took off the way it should, but there you go, guys. That is it. Damien Priest and Big E have commented on it both. No, nobody really said anything important. They kind of just put over, Jeff's a good guy. We all like Jeff, and I hope he gets better and all that stuff. So there you go, guys. Jeff Hardy has been released by the WWE. My fucking door keeps bouncing open. I'm going to release my door in a minute. Release it from the fucking hinges. But anyway, guys, yeah, Jeff Hardy has been released, fired, call it what you will. He's no longer a WWE superstar. And who knows, where's he going to go next? Will he join Matt Hardy in AEW? Could he perhaps go back to Impact? I mean, that would be interesting. I mean, I think it doesn't really matter. Impact, I'm not going to watch either. There's probably more chance of me watching AEW, but I feel like he just got lost in the mix in AEW because I'm looking at the guys that have went there. I mean, come on. Sting went there, done nothing. Christian went there, done nothing. I mean, Matt Hardy done a couple of broken stuff for a couple of weeks, then they just dropped the character saying, oh, he's just going to be Matt Hardy. What a load of shit. Punk's and Bryan's fucking debuts and their AEW careers so far have been lackluster as hell. So is Jeff Hardy going to go there? At like, what, 45, 46 years old? And is he going to be booked as a top guy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe Impact would be best for Jeff Hardy. And I think you can guarantee that if he did go to Impact, they would have to put the belt on him. 100% would have to put the belt on him because the roster's fucking shit. At least AEW, you can make a case that there's probably 5 or 6 guys that could have the belt apart from Jeff Hardy. But in Impact Wrestling, if Jeff goes back there, then he has to have the belt as long as he's willing to stick around, basically, because everyone else is a fucking bum compared to Jeff Hardy on that roster. But anyway, guys, that's it. Feeling sick. This video probably didn't make much sense, but tried my best. Jeff Hardy's fired, and until next time, peace.